Hi, welcome back to the channel. Monica Louv here at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a bonus reading for you. Now this reading is general, so it may resonate, it may not. When you click on the video, it is the time to watch it, and it is a timeless reading, so there's no date attached to this reading. Now in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at past, present, and future for you. I'm going to clarify the cards and pull some advice. If you're interested in the extended readings that are linked below, those will be linked below for your convenience. Gemini, in this reading, I'm going to clarify all the cards. We're going to see what energies are happening for you and what are the important messages that you need to know. Okay, so your challenge, Gemini, is the Six of Wands. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles upright. So Gemini, your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with the Six of Wands energy. You really want, Gemini, to get back to this place of success, recognition. It's like you, at some point in your life, you were super successful. Everybody was like, Gemini, Gemini, yeah, woo, Gemini. And then something happened along the lines where it started to become extremely challenging for you to be recognized for your efforts, for the things that you were doing. I do feel like you've put in a lot of work when it comes to something, and now you want to be recognized for it. We're going to clarify the Six of Wands. We're going to see why the Six of Wands is here and what you need to know about that in a moment. Now, in the recent past, you have the King of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands, and you have the Queen of Wands. So in the recent past, I do strongly feel you could have been dealing with a Leo, an Aries, a Sagittarius. I'm also getting a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I do feel like there was some sort of communication here in the past. I'm not sure what this was about. It could have been about the connection here in the past. I do feel like there was a very strong connection that you had with someone, especially, you know, somebody who was very different from you. They either had a different background, different language. There was something about this person that was very attractive to you, that was very opposite to what you are. And we're going to talk more about that and see what important messages are there for you in a moment. Now, in the present moment, Gemini, you have the World, you have the Ten of Wands, and you have the Temperance. So it looks like for you in the present moment, there's a very strong energy of a cycle closing out for you. And it's taken quite some time for this to happen. Now, with the shift that we just had from Pluto, from Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn into Aquarius, a lot of you are now feeling the effects of this, and you're feeling the effects of a transformation or change that is coming into your life. And this transformation or change that's coming into your life is very well overdue. This is something that should have happened months ago, years ago, weeks ago for some of you, okay? And it is connected to your success and your prosperity. So we're going to talk about this. We're going to see what you need to know when we clarify in a moment. Okay, now in the near future, Gemini, you have the Seven of Pentacles, you have the King of Wands, and you have the Ace of Swords. So it looks like for you in the near future, you're finally getting clear on something. The truth is coming out. You're getting clear on something. A light bulb is going off in your head, and it has a lot to do with your investments. The energy, the time, the effort that you're putting into something. And this could be connected to a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I'm getting a Capricorn that you may be dealing with here in the near future. And we're going to talk more about that when we get into your reading in a moment. Okay, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the King of Pentacles. And underneath the King of Pentacles, you have the Fool, which is very interesting because what this is indicating to me, it's indicating to me that there's going to be some sort of new beginning. There's a beautiful new beginning that's coming in for you after some sort of major conflict, competition, issues that you've been facing. I feel like these power struggles, conflicts that you've been facing are internal. I don't feel like it is a conflict with someone else. Now, for some of you, this could be the case that there is some sort of underlining conflict that you've had with someone, but I feel like this is you getting back to this place of being your authentic self. This is about you being that successful person that you've always been, that person who has that light shining around you. It's like that light has been dimmed. And you may have been trying to make sense, Gemini, as to why this has been taking place. So for many of you, I really do strongly feel that, you know, there's a desire here to get back to this place of being successful once again. And that's going to be a big part of your challenge. So let's hop into your reading. Let's do some clarification and let's see what's going on for you. Okay, so your challenge, which is the Six of Wands, Gemini, is clarified by the Ace of Wands. You have the Eight of Wands and you have the Hanged Man. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with getting back to this place of being recognized for your efforts, being recognized for the things that you are great at. And like I said, I'm really strongly getting your biggest challenge has had a lot to do with losing some sort of spark that you once had. You used to have this spark about you. It's like you walk into a room, everyone's like, oh, you know, or you say something and everyone's like, oh, you know, and everybody was just so, lit up by your energy, but that has changed. And I feel your challenge has a lot to do with feeling stuck, feeling like you haven't been able to move forward, feeling like your ideas are worthless, feeling like, you know, you just don't have that spark. Now that's changing with Pluto in Aquarius, which is trining your sun, your moon, or rising. Your ideas are starting to come back. Your plans are starting to come back. You're starting to see what has been holding you back for a very long time. And your biggest challenge is not only to take action now, but it's to start planning to take action, to start making some sort of plan of the actions that you're going to take, because that's what the Ace of Wands and Eight of Wands is. The Eight of Wands is embarking on something passionate and new that you enjoy and want to do. But the Hangman is still here. So there's still this energy of feeling stuck, feeling like you can't seem to untie yourself from this situation. And what Spirit is saying is it's a process. It's a process. First, you identify what the issues are, then you take steps to write those things down, and then you execute them one by one by one. So this is about doing stuff and not being like, you're not in a rush to do anything. You're not rushing to do anything. You're not, quick to do anything. You are ultimately taking your time when it comes to getting back to this place of finding and having your shine. So you're not going to be stuck forever. It's going to take you time to take action. But when you actually start to take action towards this new idea you have, this new journey that you want to take, I feel like you're going to get closer and closer to that shine you once had. And that's going to be a very big part of your challenge, okay? Now, let's talk about the recent past. I'm going to clarify all three cards. Okay, so the first card we're going to talk about is the Queen of Wands, fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, which is clarified by the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Knight of Swords. So I feel in the recent past for you, Gemini, there was a very strong connection with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And I do get a sense here that there was so much passion and love between you and this person. You ended up committing to this person. Okay, you ended up committing yourself to this person, but then there was also this abrupt movement here in the past where, you know, you could have cut this person off, or they could have cut you off. There could have been some sort of issues here in the past. You also have the King of Cups, which is clarified by the Four of Pentacles. You have the Page of Cups, and you have the Seven of Cups. So I do strongly feel for many of you, there was a lot of options here in the past. One of you, either you or your person, some of you are like a rising water sign. You could be a rising Cancer or a rising Pisces. Also, I'm getting a rising Scorpio here, or you could have, you know, stellium in Scorpio. Either way, you didn't want to let this person go. You didn't want to let go of this situation in the past, but you also felt, Gemini, very strongly like you were an option here. It's like somebody you were dealing with, they had a ton of options, and you may have felt like, you know, I just simply feel like an option. I don't know why I feel like an option, but I shouldn't feel like an option because I have a lot to offer, right? So, you know, this really affected your confidence in the past. It really affected your confidence because, like I said, you believed that you had a lot to offer this person, but it may have turned out that you were just one option out of many. You also have the Eight of Wands. So there was some sort of travel, movement, communication here in the past about getting clear on something. And I think what you got clear on in the past here, and again, the reading could be vice versa, okay? But because this is your reading, I'm speaking directly to you, and I'm referring to the energies as your energies. So, you know, in the recent past, you got clear on something. And I think what you got clear on was the fact that, you know, whatever it was that you were offering, or whatever somebody was offering you, was simply not enough. Something here, it became aware, or it came to your attention that it just wasn't enough. It's like, oh, you know, I'm not enough, or this situation's not enough. And this may have led to an ending, or it may have led to things not progressing forward the way that you wanted them to, okay? And this is, again, I feel, was something that happened to you, Gemini, that affected your shine. Because of the situation in the past that happened, it really affected your confidence. And to get back up from that took a lot for you, okay? Now, in the present moment, you are now recognizing, you know, what needs to come to an end. You're like, oh, this needs to come to an end. You know, this is very much not healthy for me anymore. Let's clarify this and let's see what this energy is. There's that Ten of Swords. So there's definitely something that's closing out for you. Let's clarify and see what that may be. I'm going to clarify all three cards for you. Yeah, there's the Temperance at the bottom of the deck in the present moment. Okay, so for you, Gemini, you have the Ten of Wands here. I do feel there's something in the present moment that's been really bothersome to you. It's been very overwhelming, lots of responsibilities. I feel like for you to get back to the shine, okay, I'm going to say the shine. For you to get back to this shine, there's a need for you to recognize what boundaries need to be set in the present moment, because I'm just going to say this intuitively, what I feel. I feel like someone here didn't, again, recognize your skills. They didn't recognize what you have to offer, because you clearly have something amazing to offer. And when this person didn't recognize that, again, it really affected your confidence. Whereas in the present moment now, you may be realizing that that behavior and that feeling of someone putting you down is something that you don't want to feel anymore. And this is why you have the Ten of Wands here twice, because it's like, I need to set boundaries, you know, Seven of Wands. You have a lot going on. A lot of people want your attention, time, and energy, but you also have the Ten of Wands here as well too, twice. And it's saying, what's holding you back from really recognizing your inner abundance? Because the Nine of Pentacles, at least for me, is an inner abundant card. It's a card of, you know, when I work on myself inside, it reflects outwardly, right? So some of you are still at this place where it's like you want this success, you want the shine, you want to be here, but you're not here because you're still dealing with all the responsibilities and burdens that are connected to, you know, this thing that made you feel unworthy. Okay. So this is connected to maybe a relationship that came to an end, maybe trust issues with someone. You have the World here. Cycles closing out, and you have the Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the King of Cups. So for many of you, you're embarking on something new, but you also have trust issues when it comes to certain people or situations that you're dealing with. So I do feel you're slowly getting back to this place of learning to let go of these burdensome relationships. Somebody here is super toxic in the present moment. Whenever the devil pops out, I'm like, woo, toxic, toxic, toxic. Right? So I feel for you, you know, in the present moment, you're really going within and you're separating the toxic people, the toxic behaviors, and focusing on how to craft this thing that's going to bring your shine back. Okay. And I keep, you know, I did your extended and it talked about that, and it's showing up now in your bonus, right? So yeah, this is clearing the way. You're clearing something out to get back to you. That's what I feel. Now, it's not quite clear to you in the present moment what you need to do or how you need to go about doing this, but in the near future, it becomes extremely clear because the Ace of Swords is here, which, you know, is a beautiful energy. And you start to get clear not only on a person, because it's a specific person you're dealing with. I keep seeing this person. It's a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It's like you're finally getting clear on why you experienced what you experienced with this person, what you needed to experience with this person, why this person, you know, first of all, nobody makes you feel anything unless you give them the power to do that. But I think a lot of you didn't know that before. You may have felt like this person, because like I said in the past, they didn't acknowledge you and it kind of zapped your shine. You're now recognizing why you needed to go through that. And that's why the Temperance is here, right? In terms of what was going on in the present moment, because you've ultimately needed time to make sense of something here. You've needed time to make sense of why something happened the way it did. So let's clarify all three cards. Okay, so the first card we're going to talk about is the King of Wands. I feel like this King of Wands is this person, okay? Now, if you're watching this and you're saying, I don't have a person, well, it's somebody here that hurt you, okay? A fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, you know who I'm talking about, okay? Just apply it to your situation. So the Temperance is here, and, you know, I just talked about the Temperance and she's popping out again. So ultimately, what this is saying in the near future for you, Gemini, is, you know, it's going to take you time to get over what happened between you and this person. This is somebody who, A, didn't recognize your emotions. They didn't recognize your value. They didn't recognize what you were offering. And again, even though whatever it was that you were offering didn't seem like a lot, it was a significant thing that you did. I don't know what you did in the past, but there's something that you did significant and this person didn't recognize it. So it caused a lot of pain, and there's still that painful energy in the near future that's showing up, but slowly you're getting over it. And that's another confirmation about Pluto moving from Capricorn into Aquarius, which is a fellow air sign to you. So I feel for many of you, when you slowly start to accept that this pain caused you to feel some version of a lack of confidence, and that's okay. It just simply means that you're learning from this, and you're learning that you don't necessarily need somebody else to prove that you are abundant. You need to be able to recognize that within yourself first before you expect somebody else to do that. And I think that's what you're doing in the present moment. It's been super, super, super challenging for you to do that. But this is about you recognizing that you have abundance within you. You don't need somebody to come to you and be like, hey, Gemini, you're abundant, you're this, you're that, you know? And that's why your challenge is the Six of Wands, because you first have to recognize yourself before anybody else can. So in the near future, you have the Ace of Swords, and that's that clarity that you're getting, right? You're gaining some sort of clarity on why the relationship, you know, why you turned your back on this person or why they turned their back on you. And again, this is about you finding your value. There's that Queen of Pentacles. So you are the Queen of Swords, and there's the Queen of Pentacles. So you're learning this, right? You're learning, this is something that is eternal because the moon is here. The moon is a very internal subconscious energy. So like I said, I'm going to reiterate again, you're learning to find your abundance within yourself without somebody coming and saying, Gemini, you're abundant. You don't need that. And it's going to take you time because you in the near future are going through a major healing process. There's like a healing process that you're going through. And this healing process is connected to the goals that you want to achieve. And there's something here that is connected to your finances. You're going to be investing into something here financially. There's something here that you've always wanted to do. You've kind of put it on the back burner, but you're slowly starting to work on this goal that you have, which is going to lead to nothing but abundance and success. And that's where you're going to be. You know, this is what you don't see coming. The King of Pentacles becoming everything that you wish and you know that you can become, and getting back to that place of having that shine. It's going to require you to have a new beginning, okay, after a very, very tough and difficult conflict, okay? So let's get some advice for you, Gemini. Let's see what the advice is. Okay, so your advice, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you have the Page of Cups. Your biggest piece of advice here, Gemini, is to recognize that you have ultimate amounts of opportunities, okay? Umpteen amounts of opportunities and abundance that's coming into your life. In fact, I see an opportunity coming in for you. However, there's something here that you're still holding on to. It could be some sort of negative experience. Somebody maybe said that you're not worthy, you're not good enough, whatever the case may be. This is about really connecting with like-minded people, people who A, see your value, B, people who you just jive really well with, and C, also being willing and open to forgive yourself for still holding on to people that really affected your shine, you know? So this is about focusing on what is going to bring you back to this place of feeling whole again. And as much as I say on this channel, you know, you don't need to look outside of yourself for that. It is true. You don't need to look outside of that for yourself. But when you start to realize that you don't need to have some sort of, you know, acceptance by other people. You don't need to have some sort of validation from other people. You can simply just be yourself and the right people are going to show up. That is what you're learning now. That's going to be a big part of your advice, because a lot of you tend to hold on to situations, regret, remorse, when it comes to situations that really were not for you, but were actually there to help you recognize your value and worth in the first place, to therefore find the right opportunities that are actually meant for you, okay? So Gemini, this is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.